G'day and welcome back to my FIFA 23 manager career mode. It's been a few days since the last video, and in our last video we sealed up our group stage of the Champions League. So we are through to the round of 16, which we are going to play one of those games today. The first leg of that game will be in this video, and we got a bunch of league games and a bunch of transfers because the transfer window is open. So we need to have a look at players that we're going to sign, players that we're going to get rid of, and more stuff like that. But before we get into that, because it is a long video today, we got a lot to get through. Remember, if you like this type of content, to hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, support the channel for more sports gaming content, even though right now it's all just FIFA. I got some things in the background going on. I'm gonna start doing some other stuff as well. But let's get straight into the video. We have rejected the offer from Finland to coach their national team. We're still holding out for someone that we want to coach, basically, and I just haven't had anyone yet that I feel like I want to be the national coach for. We are second on the table, 3 points behind Ajax. We've bridged that gap because I think at one point it got out to about 9 points, but they've obviously dropped a few games. We've had a couple of pretty good victories in the last video to draw us back in. No one is really factoring on the goal scorers charts for us because we've been mixing it up. Ivanušec's there with 6 goals, but we've been mixing it up because of all the Champions League games. We've, been playing the B squad in a lot of games. You can see that Azani's got some goals. Lucio's got a few. No, that's assists. Sorry. Azani's got a few assists. So like that's a B squad player, and he's up near the top of the league for assists. So kind of gives you an idea. Calvo way down in 8th with 4 clean sheets because he's just not been playing the games. In the Champions League, though, you can see Petkovic and Emreli, 7. Both of them got 7 goals. They're leading the Champions League goal scoring. Petkovic has 4 assists in the Champions League. He's second behind Messi. And Calvo, like, absolutely dominating with 8 clean sheets. The next best is 3, so he could wrap that up. I'm still scouting Alex Moriba. We'll just wait to see what he comes out at before we look at signing him. And we look ahead on the calendar. We got Park, Univ Craiova, then a bit of a break in there with some rests, and then we got, I think that's FCSB, I think that's their symbol. And then we got Hajduk Split. It's very spread out. And then we got some games and a Champions League game. And if you recognize that symbol, it is Tottenham. Tottenham Hotspur is going to be our opponent in the round of 16. So that is to come. But before we do go into those, we got some other games to play. And our first one is against PAOK, as we go into the first half, and it is a kick out, goal kick from their keeper, and he basically comes straight back because we've taken it, and Vega plays in, and it is an easy goal straight away. The little ball across, just dinking it over the top of the keeper, and Špikić came in from the rear post, the far post, and he headed it home. There was really no one there. And it was pretty elementary. What do you call it? Yeah, a couple of players in the box there, easily done, and puts that one away. He's been, I think he's got a few goals in the last couple of videos, or he's at least been involved, as he has a face smash against one of the defenders. As PAOK now go on the attack. This is the 19th minute, and a nice little ball out wide. This is Živković playing in Ninua, and that is another goal. Well, not another goal. It is a goal, and it is the equaliser for PAOK. They get one back, and it's all square again. Pretty easily done. The two of the defenders went to Živkovic, and that left Ninua all on his own, and Calvo couldn't keep that one out. Corner now for Park, and headed over the bar. Sea of players. We had defenders in there. I think that was Ingerson. So we've got a mix, it looks like, in the team today, because I saw Lauritsen was the captain. So no Ivanoshets, but Calvo's in goals. And we have Oršić out on the wing here, playing one in to Rodriguez, who plays one in to Pekovic. Pekovic's going to have a go, and he's going to get the second goal for Dinamo Zagreb, and restores the lead in the 41st minute of this one. It's been pretty easy for both teams to get through the defense. Not a lot of resistance, and off one step, he puts that one past the PAOK keeper. And it's 2-1. Second half now, and PAOK on the ball. And they give it up straight away, and it is Pekovic taking on defenders, going on his own. Is he going to go all the way? He's not. He's going to play in Vega, and Vega can't put it away. A golden opportunity. Not the second half, but it was off the kickoff from the last goal at the end of the first half. Apologies. And now we are going towards halftime. Still a little bit of time left as Oršić gets the ball back after the corner was cleared, and the header is saved from Pekovic. Nice little ding and header from the 18-yard line, the edge of the 18-yard box. Doesn't trouble the keeper, and Oršić in the second half now on the attack again, and one of those. It's not a video unless there's one of those acrobatic bicycle kicks, but it wasn't a goal this time. But we are still on the attack, and it's Emreli this time, pushing one out to Marin. And Marin, is he going to play a ball in? He does, and the defender tries to do a bicycle kick to clear it. The shot is saved. We get the ball back, and it's Marin and the keeper, and I don't know who that was, but they were tripping over each other in the box there. And finally, PAOK clear. Bit of helter-skelter there in the box as PAOK turned the ball over. I think that was a fair tackle. And they get free space, and it is a goal. It's 2-2. Brandon with the second for PAOK. Once again, defenders just ball watching, and the free attacker, quite similar to Pekovic's goal, where he was able to just stand there stationary and pick his spot. And that's what Brandon has done there for PAOK, and it's 2-2 as PAOK go forward again, and that ball is played back to Calvo, who plays one out, and that looked like almost Emreli was trying to do one of those acrobatic kicks again in the middle of the park as PAOK go in for a third. In the 77th minute, the ball played in from the byline. Man on his own. And PAOK have turned this game on its head. Getting past the defender, and nothing Calvo could do there. A free shot at goal, bending it just inside the bar. And PAOK have showed up today. And that would be how it finished. We drop the 3 points in this one as we try to climb the table and put the pressure on AEK Athens. We're unable to do that with this A+1 squad, A 1.1 squad. It's Dinamo Zagreb 2, PAOK FC 3 at home. And we're not going to wait around. We're going to go straight into the next game and see. Pekovic is on a bit of a streak there. 3 goals in 3 games. And today's game, well, the second game that we're going to play, is up against Univ Craiova. And we need to bounce back because we are trying to secure top spot again. And Ajax got a win when we lost. So they are now 6 points again in front of us. And there's not that many games left in the league. So we've got to get on with it. We do have that playoff round at the end. So we just got to get in the top 6, but we got to stay close. As Univ Craiova lose the ball straight off the kickoff. It's Ivanovic, and it's a goal. Unbelievable. Univ Craiova are asleep. And after that loss that we had in the last game, we have come out all guns blazing, stolen it off the midfielder, straight off the kickoff, and Ivanovic has gone half the length of the park on his own, and he's put us 1-0 up. Rested in the last game he was, so he'd be nice and fresh. As we go on the attack again, it is that man again, Ivanovic on the ball, playing a ball to Vega off the bar. As it's just constant, and it's Antuna this time going forward, and it is 2-0 in the 22nd minute. Univ Craiova are a mess, and we are bouncing back from our disappointment in the last game. Looks like we got the full squad in today. No mucking about. 20 minutes in and we're 2-0 up. Good job, boys. As Sanchez now plays the ball to Pekovic, and it is Antuna again, all on his own. He's had space there before on the last goal. Space again, plays one in. Ivanovic, another goal. 3-0, Dinamo. 31st minute, and the captain has 2. That would make it 8 for the season now. So he'd be climbing up the league scoring table. Bit of work to do though. But when it gets to his feet, normally you're a good chance that it's going to find the back of the net. And it's been a mini demolishing so far as we go into the second half. And it's a shot from Vega, I think it was, which was saved. But the clearance from the keeper's headed back, and it's played straight in again. And it is a 4th goal. And it's Vega getting himself on the score sheet. And Univ Craiova's fans are not impressed. And Dinamo's fans are making the most noise. Just giving the ball away in midfield constantly, Craiova, and they're being punished multiple times for just the lack of fight. As we go on the attack again, it's Pekovic. This one's saved, but we're not done, and it's Vega chipping one across. I think that was Rodriguez or Orsic. The shot is saved. And it comes back to Pekovic, who plays it back to Busio. Busio in the box. Ivanovic playing. No, he loses it. And it's not done yet. As Rodriguez gives it to Ivanovic. And we turn it over. And they turn it over again. And it's Ivanovic. And he's playing in Vega. And Vega sprays it. So after all that, we can't even put it in the back of the net. Spikic now, 78th minute, and he's playing the ball in, and this is Hartley with a brilliant goal on the volley. The cross from Spikic, and Hartley gets himself another goal. I think he's scored a goal in every video in the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos. And prior to that, I was saying he just can't hit the back of the net. And now he can't stop hitting the back of the net. And he doesn't even play full games most of the time. It's a great goal. The volley, the keeper had plenty of time to adjust to that. But I felt like maybe the Sia players, he was a bit unsighted. It doesn't matter. It's 5-0. As we go into the 90th minute now. And we're on the attack again. It's Hartley. He's playing in Dominier. Dominier with another goal. And it's 6-0. Dinamo. Into stoppage time. And everyone's getting in on the action. Ivanovic has 2. Antuna has a goal. Vega has a goal. Dominier has a goal. And Hartley has a goal. And Craiova have been completely destroyed in their home, on their home park. And their fans let them know about it. Calvo, did he even touch the ball that game? He spent all the time in the Craiova defense as we resoundingly defeat them and bounce back and try to march forward up the table. Is Univ Craiova 0, Dinamo Zagreb 6. So we have a reminder that Misic and Lauritsen's contracts are expiring in the very near future. And we're looking at him. Lauritsen, 75 overall, 27 years old. He doesn't play regularly. He's kind of subbed in when someone's injured or he plays in the B squad. Misic is the B squad captain, but he's getting up to 29 now, 72 overall. Not one of the strongest players in the team. And we're also looking at here some of our players that are on loan. So Cummings went back to Australia. He's playing for Sydney FC. He's progressed, +3. Milenko Knezovic. He is over at FC Annecy, and he's gained +7. So he's coming along well. Luka Manalo, not progressing at all. He's at Galatasaray. Dragomir Juric, who we sent out, he's playing for Lechia Gdansk. He's +2 progression. So some of the players coming along well. Some of these youth players. Brunner, someone who featured a lot in the early videos. He's only gained +1. He's over at Lechia Gdansk as well. But, you know, he's only 18 years old, so he's got plenty to go. Jelko Jovanovic, +3. He's playing for Stade Lavalier or something like that. He's 60 overall now. Another goalkeeper, Ivan Novistic. He's +2. He's 25. He just went on loan because he wasn't getting any game time. Still good enough to be in there in the squad. Mislav Orsic, he is 31 now and 78 overall. And we actually say goodbye to Misic because did we do a deal in the last video? Or am I just showing you this now? I can't remember. I've had so much going on that I just don't know what's going on. So excuse me, but Misic is gone. He is going to Ajax for 2.5 million. And this was rated as an A deal. And we say goodbye to Misic. He's been here since the beginning, and he's been a decent player for us. But we're gonna make some room because we got players coming in. We need to get some more sort of youth into the squad, and you know, just some higher rated players just bolster that side because we want to improve, obviously. So Orsic is now going we have interest. This is Orsic we're talking about. 31. Remember I said he's getting older, and we've agreed to a deal for him to go out and be transferred out of the club. Calvo, we got an offer for Calvo for a transfer fee and a player. Lewis Cook, I think he's been offered to us before from Bournemouth. They tried to get someone else once before and they offered us Lewis Cook, But it's Calvo. There's no way we're getting rid of Calvo. Like, forget it. I should just put reject all on every offer for him. He's in it for the long haul. So, no, you can't have Calvo. Northern Ireland, we rejected that national coaching job as well. Not one that we want to get. And Orsic is going. So we say goodbye to Orsic. And he's been a great player for the club. Scored a lot of goals. Helped us last year. Moved towards Champions League. But, you know, we got players coming through. We got someone we got an eye on that we want to bring in. And we had to let him go. And get him while he's still got some value. Get him out. And that guy's looking at us like, what did you just do? You got rid of Orsic? And he's off to PSV Eindhoven, Netherlands. And it's actually not an A deal. They reckon great price, but they reckon we could have got more for him. And I don't think we could have. I think we pushed our limits. 18.5, we left 3.5 million on the table, it says. And it says his value is 11.5. So, whatever. Manager of the Year announced. And it's me. Good job, me. I think that's worthy, I guess. I got Dinamo to the knockout stages of the Champions League. Kuchta, someone that we were interested in, he's off to Napoli. And what's going on here? Ivan Perisic. Dinamo Zagreb sign Ivan Perisic. This was, for me, it doesn't make a lot of sense because he's getting on, but I thought I'd bring him home. He's one of my favorite players, and I thought I'd bring him back to Croatia. Croatian player, absolute gun player, and get him in the squad for this final run that we're having in the Champions League. A leader, someone with experience, who knows how to score goals in clutch situations, and I think it's a trade up from Orsic. Even though he's a bit older, he's definitely a better player. We paid a little bit for him, but and controversially, we're bringing him home, but he used to play for Hajduk, so he's now playing for Dinamo, which is kind of full circle in a way, because he's playing for his old rival team. But it was someone I wanted to get in, and you need to get him in because he's probably going to retire soon. So I had to sign him, and he's going to replace Orsic, and he's going to go out there on that left wing straight away. So we also have J-Trilla coming back from injury. He was out for a while, and he's probably not going to get in straight away because he needs to get some game time. And Moriba came back, and I do want to sign him. Problem is, he's on loan, and I can't actually get him yet because, it's just not available for me to be able to sign him. He's got a very good overall. He's only 20 years old, but I cannot sign him because he's on loan. He's on loan with the current club that he's with. We also let Sam Taylor out. He's going to the Brisbane Roar, going back home to Australia for a bit for a 2-year loan to develop. Petkovic had an offer from Espanyol and 19.5 million, but we've seen it before. We're not going to get rid of him. Controversy in the news as Ivan Perisic comes in, and they're saying Vega's position in doubt. He's not in doubt. Everything's fine. He's added piece. Vega's position is not challenged, as we sit third on the table, and we're trailing, I think it was 8 points? 6 points? 6 points. We were trailing Ajax, and there was someone above us there. I can't remember who that was. But we are going into the next match, and it's CFR Cluj away. And so we've had that 6-0 victory against Craiova. We lost as well, 3-2 to PAOK. So we're 1-1. And we need to win this one. We need to put the pressure back on. We need to just... It's not even about putting the pressure back on. It's just about getting higher and putting ourselves in a good position once the playoffs come. Because then we can kind of play a reset. As straight off the kickoff, Kluge, all on their own. What were we doing? We just kind of let him waltz through from the kickoff. No one went to him. And he's just chipped Calvo. Look at this. Just... Oh, yeah. I'll just keep going. Oh, no one's coming to me. All right, I'll just go into the box. Oh, I might have a crack. And he has. And he's got the goal. And we're down 1-0. And it's actually a really good goal. Good goal from CFR Kluge. And they have the lead. Straight from the kickoff. We put it out, and it is our man that we just signed, Perisic, and straight away, he's on the ball. And he's on the ball again, and he gives it to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez is going on a run here, all the way down, on the byline. He's playing it in, going alone. Rodriguez! Oh! What happened there? He's just blasted it, and I think it's come off a defender or maybe the goalkeeper's hand, and it's gone to the back of the net. And straight off, a kickoff and then a free kick. Perisic plays it to Rodriguez, who goes alone and just kind of does what their attacker did to us, and it's come off the defender there. He's booted it straight into his stomach. And, it's come off his hip and just straight into the net. So I wonder if he will even get credited that goal. As CFR go on the attack. It is only the 12th minute, and they've made a break. And it is saved by Calvo. And we have looked a bit susceptible in defense so far in this game. Corner now from CFR. And the header. And Calvo gets there. It's Rodriguez here on the wing. And he's just waiting for some options. He's got nothing going on, and he gives it out to Pekovic. Pekovic plays it back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez running towards the botch. And it's going to be Rodriguez! Oh. Thought it was going in. Must have missed only by a whisker. Just past the post. And it's still 1-1. Second half now, and it is Perisic playing in, and it is cleared. But it's Vega heading it back in, and it's Busio. This is Busio still to Rodriguez, and it's Perisic. Perisic, he's going to have a crack, and it's saved by the CFR keeper. And it's still 1-1, and it's his first shot in anger for Dinamo. But he's unsuccessful as CFR look to challenge us. And it's this guy again, J-Trilla. And he's playing in Muha, who has a shot, and it was easily taken by Calvo. As Calvo rolls it out 1 day later. I've actually just come back from... I stopped recording there, and I had to come back on another day. And it's Vega in the attack, and it's Vega with the third goal for Dinamo, going one end to the other. The rollout from Calvo, and then breaking straight through the midfield, and the ball to Vega, and he finds his way past the defense and slots the ball home. Yeah, I had to stop recording yesterday, and I've just picked it up again. So if my voice sounds a little bit different than it did in the first part of the video, that is why. And we're up 3-1. As we make some changes, Perisic comes off, Ivanovic comes off. I think this is Martin coming on. And I'm sorry, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's not 3-1, it's 2-1. As Martin steals the ball straight away. He's just come on the park. And then now it is 3-1. He's literally been on the field for 30 seconds. And he's stolen the ball off the CFR player. in midfield off the kickoff and just run straight through the middle of the defense and slotted it past the keeper. And now it is 3-1. Off balance, having to push away the defender who was trying to challenge him. And Marin gets another goal. It is the 86th minute now, and it's CFR with the free kick. The ball coming down, player taken out a little bit there, but it is Marin again. And we're on the break once more, and it's Vega taking on the defense, and he's going to play Marin for his second. Super sub Marin comes on and gets a brace late in the game. And it's 4-1 Dinamo Zagreb. We turn the ball over from the free kick just outside the box and in off the post from Marin. And like I said in many other videos, he is someone who is in future plans for this club. An up-and-comer. And he's showing his talent as we take that one out. That would be the final whistle. And get ourselves back into a positive position. Climbing back up the ladder. And we're having to use our full team to really, regain that. In this one, it's CFR 1907 Cluj 1, Dinamo Zagreb 4. So more activity on the transfers. Early in this video, we've already signed Perisic. We got rid of Orsic. And now we're going to say goodbye to another player. And that is Bochkai. And he is off to Celtic. Petar Bochkai. And 5 million is what we got for him. Reasonable amount of money. It was a D. They said we could get 6.9 for him. And we're also loaning out Guillermo Albanos to something, Sordotol or something like that. For 2 years. Bit more development. Mikel Campos off to FC Andorra for 2 years as well. These are all youth academy players, so they're not going to make the squad right now. They're not going to get much game time at all. So we've got to let them go and go out and progress and play for some smaller clubs where they're going to get game time. And we are playing an interesting game now. We are playing Hajduk Split, Dinamo's rivals, and Ivan Perisic's old club. So this is the club he was at before he went out into the world in Croatia, and now he's come back and he's playing for the enemy. And in his second game or third game, he's facing off against them. And so this should be interesting as it's Hajduk on the attack early as we give the ball up, and it's Lorch having a shot from point blank on a really tight angle, and Calvo was equal to it. We're going forward now with Bucio. This is in the 37th minute, but we give the ball up, and it's Billing to Levaya, and Levaya plays one out to Lorch, who plays in Grigic to Lorch, and it's Kronovic, and it's Levaya and Lorch, and it's Levaya. It's got space, and Levaya has the goal. 1-0 Hajduk in our home stadium, and the boos come down from our fans. This is not the game they want to be losing, but we are. And Hajduk draw first blood in the Eternal Derby. Did I get that right? Second half now, 54th minute, and we are going forward. It's Rodriguez going on his own. But it's a pretty easy save for Kalinic. And we see Levaya on the ball again, and he's stepping around a defender. And he's got pace, and he's getting away here. And he's still with the ball, still Levaya, and Calvo makes a brilliant save. Spreading out as we got an injured player, it looks like there. Don't know who that was. We're on the attack. Antuna to Ivanovic. Nice ball in. Perisic now playing the ball across. And a header from Pekovic is saved. Back on the attack again. 79th minute. And it's Ivanovic who goes down. Ref says keep going. And it's Pekovic. Another save. And it's a yellow card for Grigic. Kind of looks like Misic. For a minute I thought Misic had gone to Hajduk, but he didn't. That's not where he went. Substitutions. We have the corner here. Emreli with a header, and it comes off the keeper, and I believe it came off the post or one of the defenders, and we are denied an equaliser as Hajduk go on the attack, and it's Levaya with the ball. Krojinovic, Billing, Levaya, and we can't get it out of our defence, and it's another shot, and Calvo really didn't need to die for that one, and it is the final whistle. We're fallen in this one to Hajduk Split. Just the one goal in this one, and that was enough in this eternal derby. It's Dinamo Zagreb 0, Hajduk Split 1. Another player leaves the club, Martin Fitzpatrick. He is another youth academy player. He's played a few he's come on in some of the games for the B squad, but we need to send him out. He's going to Ibiza, and he's going to play for them. And we're just going to recap some of the transfers. So Fitzpatrick to Ibiza, Campos to FC Andorra, Albonoz to Sudrtro, and Bochkai to Celtic, and Sam Taylor goes to Brisbane Roar. We bring in Perisic from Tottenham, who we're going to be playing. Orsic goes to PSV Eindhoven for 15 million. Misic goes to Ajax. Lauritsen, he already left the club. He's at Sporting CP. That's not the first player they've stole from us. Jovanovic is on loan to Lecce Gdansk. Domingue, we brought him in off free agency, as well as D'Angelo, our second string goalkeeper, only 19 years old. Ward, he left for Granada. Lubicic to Shakhtar Donetsk, and Kovacevic on loan to Kristiansund BK or something. See, another Sporting CP. Livakovic went to them as well, so they've stolen a couple of our players. Once again, Ilax Moriba, we couldn't sign him because he's on loan. Noah Okafor at Ajax Athens, the league leaders. He's someone that I'm actually looking at. Aderson here. He's playing. Is that Bergamo Calcio? And this is probably the one that I want. Jamal Musiala. I've talked about it once before in one of the other videos. So long term, he's quite expensive, 71.5 million. So we've got some other people we've been scouting. There was a couple of players in there that looked pretty good, and I just really went out to try and see where we could bolster the squad off the free agency. Who was available. We weren't looking to do any transfers or spend too much money. We got so much wage cap. I know you can move that around, but you know, from like your transfer budget and everything, but like we got so much wage there that we could pick up some more people. Marko Knežević goes to Sutton United, another youth academy player. That's just another loan. Ryan Flamingo, this is someone I was looking at just to bolster our defense. 21 years old for a loan, our first loan. So we're just going to loan this guy for half a season, I think it was, and just see what he's like. If he's any good, we'll hold on to him, we'll make an offer. Otherwise, yeah, we'll say see you later. So he's got an opportunity to prove himself. He's quite tall. He's coming from Sassuolo, I think that's one of the Italian clubs, and 69 overall. So he's only 21, so potentially could be like a mid to high 70s player. So that's good enough for our squad. That's pretty much what our guys are, most of our first team. Another player walks out, and that I think was just Blagoje Dragovic off to AFC Wimbledon. Do they still exist? I didn't realize that. I remember when they were in the Premier League when I was a kid. So he's off for another loan, and China want us to be their national coach. That is not going to happen, just because I used to live in Taiwan. So just out of honor to Taiwan, I'm not going to coach the Chinese national team. J-Trilla, another offer. The offers keep getting bigger and bigger. This is 20 million on top of the last offer, 51.4 million from Fiorentina, and no thanks. We'll hold on to the player, and we are sitting 9 points adrift now of Ajax, and we are only a point ahead of Shakhtar. So yeah, we're caught in that second, third battle, and Ajax are kind of walking away with the league at the moment. We need them to drop some games, and we need to win some games. As we come up against our next opponent, Victoria Pleasant. Now, I've been saying this team's name incorrectly in a few videos I noticed. Previously, when I was editing it, I was calling him Victor Pleasant. I was leaving off the ear, bit off the end. I don't know why, but the team's actual name is Victoria Pleasant. So that's who we're playing. We're second on the table. They're way down there in 13th. So this should be a game we are expected to win. As Ristovski, one of our former players, plays for them. As we go on the attack, and it's Ivanovic breaking into the box. And 10 minutes in, he opens the scoring. And it's 1-0 Dinamo. Victoria Pleasant have fallen behind at home, and it was a great little solo run. He basically dinked one way like it was going to go one way, and then just made took a sprint in the other direction into the box, and it was really all him. It was all Ivanovic, that one. As we go from the kickoff, and it's a bit of a poor one, as they try to go on the attack, and it's Ivanovic again, stealing it. He's done this before. He's stolen it, and it's headed in by, was that Vega, and it was saved brilliantly by the keeper, so almost 2-0 down straight away. As we go further into the first half, and it's Victoria Pleasant on the attack. This is a shot that does not trouble the keeper. I think it was offside anyway. Tell you what, that in another time, that wouldn't have been given. But we have the advantage of technology now, and they will give a hair over the line as offside. As we go on the attack again, it's Antuna. Oh, just keeps it in, and it's cleared away by the defender. But we're going to win it back here. And it was Ivanovic to Busio. Busio plays in Rodriguez. Rodriguez makes a turning again, beating more players. And that wasn't good enough. That kind of seemed like it was a bit scuffed into the ground and just kind of popped up. And the keeper didn't have to do anything there. Coming to the end of the half now, and it is Mihalik. Or Mihalk, I don't know who that was, but his shot was no good. And we go into the second half now, and it's Victoria Pleasant on the ball. And they once again give it up, and it's Pekovic this time, and Pekovic is going to have a crack, but it is saved, fortunately, to avoid the embarrassment of the defender there. As we go on attack again, and it's a great header from Pekovic, I think it was, and it was brilliantly saved, and put into the post to keep it at 1-0 as we continue to attack. And it's Ivanovic, the goal scorer, with another goal. In off the bar. And it's 2-0 Dinamo. In the 69th minute, the captain takes control of the game. and says, we got work to do in this league, and I'm going to do it if no one else is. And I'm going to make sure that we win this one. And it's getting towards the latter part of the game, and it's now 2-0 with that goal. 84th minute. And a ball in here. And that was Emreli, I think, with the shot. And Emreli again with the header off the corner, and it's straight to the keeper. As Victoria Pleasant play out from the goalkeeper here. It's Kadu to Mahalik. And Mahalik is taking his time here, letting some players come forward. Now makes a bit of a break, and it's a run in to Figueiredo. Oh, mate, there's some names here that I got to catch on the fly. A good header to the near post, but Calvo was there to make the save. Corner to Victoria Pleasant in the 90th minute +4. And we header it away, but it's not completely clear. The goalkeeper is scrambling back as they tried to put one in the back of net. The game was kind of gone anyway, and that's how it finished. In this one, we come away with another victory against one of the lower squads, or the lower sides in the league. And we are playing our full squad here to get this done, because we can't afford to lose too many more games in the league, otherwise Ajax are going to run away with it. And that playoff is important. It's Victoria Pleasant 0, Dinamo Zagreb 2. We reject the offer from New Zealand in the end, because we're just waiting around. And at some point, I'm going to have to say the next team that comes along, the next nation that comes along, we're just going to say yes to. But not at the moment. We are focused on Champions League. We have drawn a game closer to Ajax. They've dropped a game there and we've won. So it's still game on for the league. And who knows what could happen as we go into our next game. And this is against the other Dinamo Kiev from Ukraine. And we are on the attack here in the 10th minute. It's Pekovic running on his own, and he has a crack from distance. The keeper can't hold on to it first time, but he saves it second time, and he throws it straight out to Antuna. And Antuna's in lots of space, and it's a goal to Vega. So the keeper, the victim of his own mistake there, he threw it straight out to Antuna. Antuna just turned it straight back into an attack, puts the ball in. Vega was on his own, headers it straight past the keeper. He's got himself on the score sheet a few times in this video. Good little run, beating the defender, and maybe the keeper could have come out there and got a fist to it, but I guess he didn't want to make too many more mistakes. And he's already made, and it didn't matter because it was a goal. Still in the first half here, 23rd minute. Busio moving forward to Pekovic. Pekovic playing in Ivanovic, and a bad first touch, and he couldn't get it to the keeper. As we turn the ball over this time in defense, and we've given it to Buyalski from Dinamo Kiev, turning it around. Calvo makes a save, and another great save from Calvo. The follow-up header tipped over the bar. Check this out, a sliding tackle kind of save, and then the reaction save to tip it over the bar. It's Calvo. He saves pretty much everything. And we go on the attack again, and it is just wide by Antuna. A little bit off balance there. It was swerving back in, but it wasn't enough. And it's still 1-0. As we go late into the half now, and we are running forward again, and it's Perisic. Perisic playing in to Ivanovic, who couldn't turn it past the keeper. And it's still 1-0. As we go into the second half, and this time it's Dinamo on the attack. Dinamo Kiev, that is. And it's Schmitz and Buyalski had the shot, but it was on a really tight angle there. As we go into the attack, 78th minute now, Busio, and that was both players going for one of those acrobatic kicks, the defender and the attacker. Unbelievable. And it's Madden, all on his own. That run and hits the bar. And Dinamo survive. Dinamo Kiev survive. And they may equalize here. It's Buyalski this time. And it's a chip off the bar over Calvo. And it's turned in off the rebound. And finally, Dinamo Kiev get the equalizer at the death. 3rd minute of extra time, or stoppage time. We just got caught on the break here. They just got us all out of position, and Calvo did enough to avoid the first shot going in, but there wasn't enough players back, and the other attacker was there to put the ball home, and it's 1-1. And that would be it. We throw away a win. Potential 3 points, now only 1, as that late equalizer from Dinamo Kiev sees us only come out of this one with a draw, and that was a disappointing result with everything that's on the line at the moment with the league. But those are the breaks. It's Dinamo Zagreb 1, Dinamo Kiev 1. And the lead is back out to 9 as Ajax get another win. It doesn't make sense, but anyway, that's what the lead is. Maybe it was 7 points before. And Dinamo, they're in a bit of a battle there with Apoel, but I don't think they can actually make the playoffs at this point. There's only about five games left. 15 teams, so 5 games left. And our next opponent is Panathinaikos. And it's the 4th minute, and it's Panathinaikos going forward. They're playing the ball well here, and it's Concha. And Concha has a shot, and it is Calvo with the save. You can see the last few games we've had to play the first team because we are having to take the league a little bit more seriously. As we go on the attack, and it's Rodriguez turning inside and found himself in space, winding up. But the keeper was... What was that? You see that little pirouette that he did? But anyway, the keeper had to make the save. It was going to miss. And so he's given us a corner when he probably didn't need to. And it's Ivanushets with the corner. And the header, I think that was Pekovic. And brilliantly turned off the line by the defender as we try to go forward again. And this time, it's Antuna on the break, playing in Ivanushets. And it is 1-0. Dinamo Zagreb. Ivanushets gets another goal in this video. How many goals has he got? 4 or 5 so far. And a crucial goal against somewhat one of our rivals in this league. A team that we've had some struggles against. We've had some good games against. They've beaten us a few times. So they are kind of like a low-level rival of ours. And it's good to get the lead early on as we move into the second half now. And it's Antuna again, just running past players on his own. Plays the ball in, and it is another goal to Vega. Leaping all over the defender to get his head to it. And putting it past the keeper. Again, Antuna with his pace. Lots of space to put the ball in, and Vega just comes out of nowhere. Just leaps straight over the back of the defender. And gets front position at the last minute and gets that crucial touch to put us 2-0 up. As we go on the attack again, it is the 55th minute. We give it away, but we get it back. And it's Perisic now, playing a ball in. Someone at the far post. Can't get there. It's Ivanushets now. And Busio, it's an acrobatic pass. Unnecessary, but it's happening everywhere. Headed out, we keep going into attack, and it's Busio on the ball again. Antuna with the ball. Playing it in, and it is Pekovic with the header, but it's saved. The corner now, and it's J-Trilla with the header, and a second header, and it's off the bar. The underside of the crossbar. How did that stay out? As Panathinaikos try to clear, they're playing around the fence, and they can't get it away, and it's Emreli to Ivanovic, playing in Vega, and it's missed. As we go to the goal line, the goal decision system, just to check if that was, and it is right on the line, but it's on the wrong side of the line as Panathinaikos go into attack, and it's a lovely turn, and that one wasn't too far away, but it goes over the bar. 75th minute now, and we're back in attack, and it's Adzani coming on off the bench, and he's going to play one in, and that might have been Marin with the header, or Emreli, and it's saved by the keeper, straight at the keeper. 84th minute now, and it's Palacios making a good run inside, and the header is saved by Calvo. Stoppage time now. Panathinaikos, Palacios putting a ball in, and there's an attacker all on his own, and it's brilliantly saved by Calvo, but the follow-up is not saved, and it is a consolation goal for Panathinaikos. It was well worked by Palacios, and then he found the man in the box all on his own. Calvo made a brilliant first save, but could not make a second as there were players everywhere. 3-on-2. And, yeah, we were outgunned in that situation. And they get one back. But that's how it would end. It was a late goal. It was right at the death. And we do get the victory. And we keep holding on to that glimmer of hope that we might have a chance of winning the league this season. Ivanovic gets a goal. And who was the other one? Vega gets a goal. And we're going to take this one out at home. It's Dinamo Zagreb 2, Panathinaikos 1. So it's 6 points now. So I must have dropped another game there somewhere, because we were even on games before, and we're even on games now, and we've gained 3 points. So they are letting us in just slightly, ever so slightly, with only a few games to go. Frederick Ananu is someone we were scouting. Elias Berg as well. He's 71 and 19 years old. And someone we're going to look at. He's coming off free agency, so he's going to be really cheap. 3,400 euros per week. That's a steal. Someone so young and already semi-highly rated. Probably going to slot in with our B squad nicely, and someone we can develop over time. So another solid piece there for our squad. Elias Berg, welcome to the club for €0. And we get an A for that. So like I've said continuously throughout the videos, the free agency market is, you can pick up some absolute gems. Maxime Mercier, someone we're looking at. Tomas Pienko, a center attacker. They're all still being scouted, but they all look pretty decent athletically. So we're going to wait for the scout to finish. In most cases, I'll wait for the scout to finish, because you might get all this and then they're absolutely trash. They just have good speed, and that's about it. Which speed can't be developed. Skills can, but it always is handy to have a little bit of everything. And I've gone out and I've really tried to look all across what I could see had potential, and just scouted, and whatever we can find, we're going to try and pick up. And if it doesn't work out, they're free agents. It's going to be a net profit for us long way down the line, as Ivan Perisic is considering retirement. So we just signed him, and he's already considering retirement. Good job. Good job, Jacob. Great signing. You've just signed a guy who's thinking about hanging it up after you just paid, what, 15, 18 million for him? Brilliant decision. But I said that before. It wasn't a tactical decision. It was a decision that I made with the heart. I wanted him to play for us, and I knew he was getting old. So we've got him. And here he is. He's on the ball, and he gets hacked down. And the ref says, that'll be a card for the upper L. Is that upper L we're playing? I think it is. The upper L player. And that was pretty reckless. So from the free kick, Perisic gets the ball, plays it to Antuna. Antuna is going to find a gap here with Vega. And Vega gets the first goal of the game in the 5th minute. Ivanishev's threaded the gap there in the box. Sea of players. And he's found our attacker. And he's put us in the lead. So see it again. Just a good little run there. It looked almost offside there. Well, they didn't say it was. So, and usually the game isn't kind like that. So we'll take it. It's 1-0. As we literally just restarted and we've turned the ball over as Vega is going on his own into the box. He's going to play it back to Ivanishev, who puts the second goal in the back of the net less than 10 minutes into the game. And this is not what Apoel would have wanted in front of their home fans. But it's exactly what we want. Exactly what we want. Because Ajax are dropping games, and we need to keep putting the pressure on. And the more games we win, it only takes a couple of slip-ups from them, and we're right back in the hunt. '15th minute now, and we're on the attack again, and it's Perisic on the ball, and he's going to play one in, and that's Ivanishev with his second and the third goal for Dinamo in the 18th minute. Christodoulou, I don't know. He'd be pretty unhappy with his defense because they've been having a big siesta in this first 15 minutes of the game because they've already conceded 3 goals. As we go on the attack again, it's Vega on the ball, playing in Pekovic, and Pekovic, he's just like, I'm just going to have a go. And that one is saved. Probably could have gone a little bit further and made his opportunity a little bit sweeter. Not a great deal of power on the shot, but it was saved. Corner now, and the header coming in, but it's cleared away, and it's Sanchez who's going to wind up. And that one goes just wide. I know, did that look like it came off a defender? No, he just scuffed it. As Apoel from the goal kick, and we've headed it straight back, but then they get the ball back, and we have a player down, and it's Antuna, and he's holding his knee, and the ref says bring the medical staff on. So we've seen this before, and when that happens, they're off, and it's Madden coming on to replace Antuna, and Antuna is injured. So hopefully not too bad, because he's a player that we need moving forward. As we go into the 33rd minute, and it's Ivanishev breaking the lines here on his own. He's got support. He's going to use it, and it's Vega, and he can't put it home. What in the world? The whole goal there, and he tries to wrong foot the keeper, but the keeper was ready for that and made the save. As we go on the attack again, it's Špikic. We're still in the first half here, by the way. Špikic on the ball. just trying to wait for some space. Pekovic looked potentially offside. And I think that's a hat-trick for Ivanovic. As someone runs into the camera. And if the captain has 3 goals in this one already. That looked potentially offside. But it wasn't called. And this game is done and dusted in the first half, you would think. Second half now. And we're going forward again. And this is Emreli. And it is saved. Once we get to this point in games, we can start subbing in the B squad players to give them a run. Because, yeah, the game's pretty much wrapped up. As we have another corner in the header. I think that was Emreli again. He's key in those positions. Loves a good header off the corner. But it's a great save from the keeper as Apoel try to show something. And they're going to go forward here. They had a player free there for a second, but he's not free. And this guy tries to go all on his own, but he can't score. And now we've got some B players in. Hartley to Adzani, and the ball coming in, and it's Emreli into the side netting. Good volley, just the wrong side of the bar. And he can't get himself a goal just yet. This is Villafanez for Apoel. And Villafanez is going all on his own. He's already gone round 1. It's gone around 2. And it's almost a consolation goal for Apoel. But they can't get it. And as we stare at the crutch of a lot of people in the crowd, as the camera man doesn't know what he's doing, we take this one out. Ivanovic gets a hat-trick. There's a whole bunch of ground there. It's Apoel 0, Dinamo Zagreb 4, and it is a major injury for Antuna. 7 months, cruciate ligament, and he's out for the rest of the season and probably more, as we still maintain that 6-point difference with Ajax in the league. And that's a big blow. Antuna out for 7 months. So we're not going to see him for a while. And it's either up to Špikić to step up, or we're going to have to find someone else to fill that spot. Potentially one of maybe these players that comes off the free agency. And that was how the group stages ended. And now, as I said before, we have our first knockout stage game in the Champions League. The first leg of the round of 16 against Tottenham Hotspur from England. And this, as I say every time we progress in this tournament and play up against some bigger squads, bigger sides, these are the biggest games of our manager mode career. So these are the ones that are going to test us, and these are the ones where we need to see what we've got, what we've been building for. Can we compete? We've done well. We beat Manchester United pretty handily, somewhat. Now we got Tottenham, who are probably rated about the same, I would say. So let's see what we can do in this one. And we are away for the first leg in England against Tottenham. Some known players, but we got some known players. They're known to us, and we're prepared. I feel we've shown that we are not awed by the occasion, and we're into Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. To dare is to do, and we are daring to do the unthinkable in this Champions League as we face off against one of England's big clubs, London clubs, and it is us on the attack early, and it's Špikić to Busio, and Busio back to Špikić, who plays the ball in, and it's Vega, couldn't quite get the head to it, and Tottenham are going to play out here. Stones just sitting on the ball here. And this goes up to Milinkovic-Savic to Song. Kane plays in Song. Song still on the ball. He plays in Kane. Kane's going to find Berardi. And it's the opening goal for Tottenham. 13 minutes in. The home fans go absolutely ballistic. And Calvo is beaten. They built that one up all the way from defense, patiently. Well built up, and we were unlocked. And that one, he got a touch on it, Calvo, but not his best effort. But we can't be too critical of him. We know how good he is. As we try to respond, as Vega goes on the attack here, and it's Perisic playing against his old club, who he just transferred from, and he's going to play one in, and we're going to go for the header, and it's a brilliant save. Pekovic, great header coming into the box, and how the keeper kept that one out, I'll never know. From the corner now, and that's headed away, but it's played in as Rodriguez trying to get a shot on. Sanjusta with the ball, J-Trilla now trying to find a gap in the defense. Rodriguez, and they do find one. It's with Pekovic now. Vega, can he get a ball in? He does get a ball in, and it is headed away. Bucio plays one down. Ivanišec, and it's blocked. And Tottenham stand tall against the Dinamo attack. Later in the first, Tottenham give it up, but we give it up again, and they are back on the attack, and we are outgunned here temporarily. We get men back, and it's Kane is dispossessed, and it's a free kick just on the edge of the box. Almost penalty territory. And we're slightly under pressure. 1-0 down, 36th minute. Song with the shot. Free kick, edge of the box. It's Song with... No, it's Milinkovic-Savic now. No, it is Son. He steps over this of Milinkovic-Savic. And that one goes wide. He's actually scuffed that off the inside of his foot there and didn't trouble anyone. As Rodriguez goes through the midfield here, and it's Ivanišec. Oh, getting around a player. Getting around another player. Ivanišec. The gun. Is he going to put it in? It's off the bar. And we can't equalize as it comes back to Ivanišec. And he's going to play in Pekovic. And Pekovic trying to look for an opening. And that could have been a penalty. Probably not. He's gone down maybe a little bit too easy there. As Tottenham try to rebound. It's Basuma to... I don't know who it was, but it was Kane now on the ball. And Kane going alone. It's Harry Kane! 2-0 Tottenham. Stoppage time in the first half. St. Justa just kind of gave him way too much space. And then the little dink inside, he couldn't react. And Harry Kane just wound one up. And Calvo is beaten again. And we are in trouble in this Champions League round of 16. Away from home. As we go into the second half, and it's Vega. And Pekovic has found himself all on his own. Pekovic, can he equalize? Equalize. Can he get a goal? No, he can't. It's saved. Their keeper has made so many great saves. We have not troubled them at all. And it's a corner for us, which is turned away. It's J-Trilla to J-Trilla. And J-Trilla going to have a shot, but he doesn't get it through. And it's Perisic playing in, and it's headed away again by Tottenham. And they're going to rebound and hold strong again. I'm just showing you how well their defense was playing. We couldn't really get much of a clean opportunity on goal, and the ones that we did were either brilliantly saved or we squandered. As Tottenham go on the attack again in the 81st minute. It's Berardi, and this one is saved. It was from distance. and that was going in. So Calvo was required, and saves us from some embarrassment here as we turn the ball over in attack late in the game. We're in stoppage time now, and Tottenham had the ball. Milinkovic-Savic, and all on his own is Basuma, and Calvo makes a save and gives Tottenham a corner 5 minutes into stoppage time, with only 2 meaning to have been played. And it's Berardi who plays it to Son, and Son goes on his own here, and he could make it 3 here, but it's Calvo saving our asses once more, and that is the end of the game. We have fallen here to Tottenham at their home stadium in this crucial round of 16 Champions League match. It's all for us to do now when we go back home to Zagreb and have to try and wipe out that 2-goal deficit. This is what we were playing for, and this is the first time we have really had our backs against the wall. It's Tottenham 2, Dinamo Zagreb 0. And you guys are going to have to wait until the next video to see how this one turns out, because well, it's a long video. It's, you know, an hour and a quarter, and we've got through a lot of games here. I know I've been away for a few days, so I tried to jam as many in as I could, and we got that Champions League game in there, and unfortunately it wasn't a win for us. So this is backs against the wall football now. We're going to go in to a game at home where we need to turn up, because if we don't, that is it for the Champions League for us. Well, that's today's video, guys. I appreciate you watching. Remember that if you like this video, hit the like button, and if you like this type of content and you want to continue following this series, hit the subscribe button. But until next time, I'll see you next time I'm looking at you.